you go. But now since I've seen you, these are hoping, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me?
Hey guys, what's up? And I'm here to talk about A Loss for Words, kind of brand new full length, called Motown Classics, and it's their first release on paper and plastic records. Now, I say kind of full length because it is actually a cover album, and it's not just a regular cover album, but it's a cover album of Motown classics, you know, from Lionel Richie to Four Tops to Jackson 5 and so forth. Basically an R&B cover album, which is pretty awesome because I think the best cover albums are by bands that play, you know, either a pop punk, hardcore kind of sound, just so you know their version's gonna sound different, but at the same time still resembling the song. So because, you know, when you hear like these pop rock bands cover songs, you know, they usually cover songs and bands that are kind of similar to them, so it doesn't sound that much different. But you know, with this you can expect some differences for sure. First and foremost, for those who don't know, A Loss for Words are a pop punk hardcore band from Boston, and I'm excited to talk about this because I love this band. For those who watch my videos, I absolutely love this band. You know, they play like a pop punk hardcore sound, but the singer has a very melodic, catchy voice that is just perfect for the kind of a little bit more aggressive music. So it just works out perfectly, at least for me. The CD has 10 songs, and I'm gonna go through them. And the first song is All Night Long by Lionel Richie, and this song is absolutely amazing. I was a little nervous at first because I'm like, I've never heard a cover of this song, and I figured it might be hard to cover this song because there's a lot going on in the original, but they did an amazing job. I mean, from the moment the song starts, you kind of, you know, hear the vibe of the song, and then there's so many things in the original, and A Loss for Words covers all of that while still sounding like A Loss for Words, while still sounding like the original. It's just really, really good, really, really catchy song. It's just, and the one thing I have to say about this album that I love is that I kind of liked the originals. Like, I kind of liked some of the originals. I didn't love any of the originals, but I love this band, and this band, what they did with the originals, made me love the originals even more now. Anyways, that song's great. And the next song is Do You Love Me by The Contours, which is also in Dirty Dancing, and this song is incredible. This one, the shortest song on the album, and it's just like a blistering punk rock song, probably the most aggressive thing I've heard by them, and it's just sick. It's so good. When you hear this song, you're gonna be like, oh man, it's amazing, and it's just such a kick-ass song. I'm surprised they didn't open with this song on the album. But next one is I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie Wonder, and this one is probably it's got a mid-tempo pace, so it's kind of like it almost seems like for the most part it's not going to go anywhere. Kind of stays mid-tempo until the very end, and then it turns into like a fast punk rock song at the end. Love it. But I have to say, this one is one of those ones that took me about 3 or 4 listens to really appreciate. But definitely check that one out by Stevie Wonder, and I'm sure everybody's heard this song before. Next one is I Want You Back by Jackson 5, of course. And I'm pretty sure everybody who has heard of this album or this band has heard this one. This is the first, I believe, leaked song. And it contains Dan and Ellen of 4 Year Strong. And this one is awesome. It has the whole vibe of the original, but, you know, mixed with A Loss for Word energy, and it's just so good, so catchy. I love when Dan and Ellen come in. It adds that heavy, aggressive part of the song. So it's just really great, extremely catchy, and it sounds perfect. Next one up is My Girl by The Temptations, and you know, it kind of starts off as how you would think it would start off, and then it kind of just out of nowhere goes straight into punk rock. Love it. Very, very catchy. I'm actually singing in my head right now, so it's a really, really good one, and I'm sure all of you will like it. Next one is Reach Out, I'll Be There by the Four Tops. And this one, honestly, at first I wasn't sure what song it was until I heard it. And the funny thing is, like, when you hear this song, it almost sounds like a Lost for Words song. I mean, it took me a while, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. This, I'm not sure what it is. And then the chorus comes in, and then you're like, oh, it's that song. But this one definitely sounds like it could be original until, you know, the chorus comes in. But really good as well. Love it. Next one is Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. This is probably my least favorite song, just for the fact that this is the one out of all the songs that I was unfamiliar with when it comes to the original. I've heard of the song, but it's just I'm still not sure if I'm really familiar with the song, so that may be the reason why it might be my least favorite, but still a great song, and it's very poppy sounding too. So this next song is This Old Heart of Mine by Isley Brothers, and this one is an acoustic one, and it's so good. I mean, I love the original, and I really thought it was gonna, like, at some point it was gonna, like, go into punk rock, but it didn't. It just stayed acoustic, which was great. Definitely is this probably it stands out for sure, because a lot of them are all punk rock, and this one is the one acoustic. And what I love is at the end, gang vocals come in with the acoustic guitars, and it just sounds really good, really great. Definitely caught me off guard, so I love that one. Next track is What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, and this one is blistering punk rock again. Not quite as fast as Do You Love Me, but still pretty great. It features Jordan of Set Your Goals, and I love at the end with Matt from A Lost for Words and Jordan of Set Your Goals. I like how they trade off what's going on at the end. Really awesome. And finally, we have You Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes. Excellent song. I love it. It's just so catchy. It's just, his voice sounds so great on this song. It's just a great way to end the album with an extremely catchy number. I love it. And there you have it. I love this album. I actually love this a lot more than 4 Year Strong's cover album, and even more than the 2 Newfound Glory cover albums. So love this album. Not a song that I dislike at all. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. I love this band. I love what they did with this. And honestly, at first I was a little worried, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but once once track 1 came on, I was like, this is fantastic. Love this band. My favorite tracks are Do You Love Me, You Can't Hurry Love, and probably I Want You Back. But I also gotta throw in All Night Long, because that one's great too. Great album. Can't say enough about this. Pick it up if you ever see it online or in the stores. Get it. This is a 5-star album for sure. Thanks for watching.